Welcome back, everybody. As you can see here, we have this latest clutch of hatchlings that just popped out. Some really cool clown combos that I am really excited about. Now, IDing them is going to be kind of difficult for me because I don't think I've actually hatched out any of these genes in clowns. So it's going to be quite a bit of time for me on Morph Market, kind of referencing what we have going on there. But we'll get into that in a minute. So today's video is going to be two things. We're going to talk about those clowns, show them off. It's a first look. It's the clutch that we cut earlier in the week. And then I'm also going to talk about the lightning pied clutch from last week or 2 weeks ago. I decided how I was going to price them. And it's a really, I would say, good offer for anybody who's looking to get into the project. So actually, we are going to start there. I'm still waiting for sheds from some of these snakes, unfortunately, but that's okay. I can still show them to you. So we ended up having, I'll show you all the lightning pieds first. We ended up having 2 females and 3 males for the lightning pieds, and then 3 females for the pied het MJ Xanthic. Now they're all 50% possible het clown. As you can see, I was saving the sheds here, so if you do want to shed test them, if you want that, I can send them to you and you can pay to get that shed tested. I wasn't going to do it because I really don't think it's going to affect the price a whole lot. So these are the 2 the 2 females. There we go. The one on the left didn't shed yet, but the one on the right did. So, you know, she has a nice pattern to her, but she's obviously still in shed, so I'm not going to focus on her a whole lot, but we can show you this girl here. Really pretty, very pretty lightning pied. These snakes all came out like a decent size too, but as you can see there, beautiful snake, really nice pattern. So that's the female. Now let's get into these males here. 2 of them have shed, 1 of them has not, and then I'll show you the females that I'm doing the offer on these males for. So it's really cool, really nice offer that I'm going to do here. So I'm going to price these at, here's one of the males, if I can get his head here. Here we go. He's one of the high white ones if you like high white. And he's, I mean, he's high white too, I guess sort of in the middle between mid to high white. But there's the other male, and this one's still in shed. He's about the same as well. And then we have this female on the left, didn't shed yet, but she should be doing it today by the color of her. We have this female here who has a really cool black patch there on her neck. And this is the other female, which I think is the only one, I think that's just like a plain pied, that doesn't have anything else going on in her. But, so what we're going to do with this, let me cover this girl up so you can't see her. I'll show you these males. Is I'm going to do kind of a buy one, get one offer with these male lightning pieds and the female pied het MJ Xanthics. So for everything that I've seen online, lightning pieds currently, male or female, are somewhere between $1,500 to $2,000, with the majority of them being in the $1,500 range. Those are snakes that are not posset clown either. So what I'm going to do is for $1,750 shipped, I'm going to sell a pair of these snakes because I have 3 lightning pied males and 3 pied het MJ females. For $1,750, I'm going to sell them in pairs. So you pick any one of those 3 males and you pick any one of those 3 females, $1,750 out the door to your house, and you get a pair of snakes that are guaranteed to be able to make lightning pieds. Actually, half of your clutches should be lightning pieds. Half the babies in the clutch should be lightning pieds. And there is potential for there to be het clown on both the male and the female. So what that means is, let's say you like, you pick this male here, this little guy here, I think he seems to be very spicy. Let's say you pick this male here and you decide, you know what, I like that female there, I like that little black spot on her. You get both of those snakes right there for $1,750. That includes shipping. and you will be able to make lightning pieds, and there's potential that you can make triple recessives. Now, let me explain, for those of you who don't know, genetics a little bit. When I say half of the clutch should be lightning pieds, let me explain to you why that is. When you have a snake that's double visual recessive, meaning you can see the pied and you can see the MJ xanthic, every baby that he produces will carry one copy of those genes, of each of those genes. The problem with a recessive trait like pied and xanthic is both parents need to have the gene and both parents need to pass it to the babies. So the only way you're guaranteed to have a whole entire clutch of MJ xanthic pieds is for both parents to be visually lightning pieds. Now, since I bred a male that was pied head MJ to a female that was lightning pied, every baby in here, at the very worst, was going to be pied het MJ xanthic. Luckily, I made 5 lightning pied, so I had a little better than 50% odds. Because if it was an 8-egg clutch, technically 4 babies should have been lightning pied and 4 should have been pied het MJ xanthic. I got lucky, and 5 of the babies were lightning pieds and 3 were pied het MJ xanthic. So let's just say you pick up a pair of these snakes. Let's just say you pick up these 2. Eventually, when they're able to breed, you should have the same odds that I had making this clutch of producing lightning pieds. Theoretically, 50% of the babies should come out as lightning pieds, and 50% of the babies should come out as pied het MJ xanthic babies. So, you're basically, I would say, guaranteed to make lightning pieds when you pair these 2 snakes up in the future, or any of these 3 pairs of snakes, because they all have the same recessive qualities. They both have, the males are all double visual, and the females are all pied het MJ. Plus, there could be clown in there too. So, for $17.50, it's going to be mix and match. Pick any male double visual and any female pied het MJ, and $17.50 out the door. So I think that's super competitive, considering the fact that you're basically paying a slight upcharge, I guess, for a free snake that could potentially both be het clown. To me, that's a pretty good deal, considering the pricing on the other ones currently available. So I wanted to be competitive with that to get these guys out the door. So, if you're looking at lightning pieds, in my opinion, that's the best deal you're going to get on them. So hit me up. These haven't eaten yet because they are just all shedding, but hopefully they will within the next couple days, and we can get them rolling. Now let's take a look at these clowns. Now, this is going to be hard when I get to it. Actually IDing these, because let me get them all kind of separated a little bit here. And there's still one in the egg that didn't come out yet that was a little darker than the rest of these. More kind of the coloration of these 2 over here than the rest of these. If I had to say, unfortunately, I think some of these have, there's several of these that have the butter in them. But what this clutch was, again, I always kind of forget the genes. The male was a Cypress, RedStripe, leopard, black pastel, possible redhead clown, and the female was a Wookie butter clown. So if I had to guess, I'd say this one has butter, that one has butter, and potentially that one has butter. This one, I think, might actually be one of those snakes that has a lot of those genes in it. It kind of reminded me of the sire of the clutch when I bought it. So I think this might be like one of the very gene-heavy snakes in the clutch. This one, probably the least gene-heavy snake. This one, if I can kind of uncoil it here a little bit, looks like it might have one or two things going on in there. This might have a decent amount of genes in it, but that one might be a little harder to ID as well. But I think this one might be, if you can see that pattern popping up in there, might be something that is just genetically very, very crazy. This one to me here is pretty, I think it's pretty plain. When I say plain, I think maybe just two genes. Obviously, it's a darker one. There's probably, I would say, some Wookie influence in there, maybe Wookie Black Pastel, judging by how the flaming's coming up. Again, I honestly, if you want to see a video of a snake drinking water, it's like, oh, look, this is nice. It's parching. I'm very parched. I think it's time for some water. I haven't hatched any of these genes, other than leopard, any of these genes in clown before, so some of these are going to be hard. I'm sure not a lot of people have produced these either. But between, let's say, these two, look how wacky those patterns are in these two. The one on the bottom and the one right there. There were some crazy beautiful snakes. So, like, once I get down, usually what I do is after they eat the first time, obviously these are still pre-shed, so I mean their colors are going to be a little off. Usually what I like to do is once they shed, feed them, and once they eat, I will go and take like their baby photos, like the ones I post on Morph Market. And that's when I go through and start trying to ID them. So these two have a lot of similarities, as you can see. They look very similar, other than the fact the one's a lot brighter than the other one. But, I mean, that's just a crazy looking pattern on that snake. Crazy looking. And this one, I think, after shedding, is probably going to be kind of the showstopper in the clutch. I like that one too. That one's kind of neat looking. But I think this one here, once it sheds, is going to be crazy looking. This one, however, I would assume this one might age the best because it's a little darker. Crazy. Look at that. I'm assuming that's a lot of the RedStripe influence there. I mean, they're both probably RedStripe if I had to guess. Crazy. It might even be a RedStripe Wookie combo. I don't know. Like I said, I have never hatched out. I was never heavy into clowns, like specifically with some of the higher end genes. I was always more in lightning pied stuff and into my black xanthic hypopied stuff. So I never like really went deep into clowns, but a year and a half ago, I bought the male for that clutch, thinking I was going to start working him more in the clown pied stuff, DG clown stuff, to get, because he had so many cool genes in him, because he had Cypress and RedStripe and leopard and black pastel. I was like, that's a lot of really nice higher end codoms in the clown project. So, and he actually has another clutch that is, what is it? Where is it? Oh, it's due to hatch around the beginning of September, which he was bred to a clown pied. So there'll be less codoms in it, but every baby will be a clown het pied. So, you know, think about some of those, what those snakes look like, minus the butter, which is actually nice. And they're all going to be clown het pied. So those should be really nice snakes too. But yeah, that clutch is going to be very time consuming to ID. But, you know, again, if you're interested in any of them, let me know. If you have any guesses on what some of those snakes might be, comment down below and let me know if you think any of those have really, really like 4 or 5 gene power packed genetics going on, because those would be really cool. I mean, they're going to be powerful snakes for somebody, whether they're male or female. So look out for the lightning pied stuff. Again, if you are interested in that, hit me up. You know, message me on Instagram or through Morph Market. I usually try to keep everything in Morph Market. I leave the, you know, I don't know if you know, Morph Market has like the a feature now where you can message a seller and it doesn't have to be through a listing. It's been that way for a while, but I haven't had that many people use it. But you can message me on Morph Market, and that makes it easier for me. Say, hey, I'm interested, or I want one of those pairs, you know, let me pick. I can pre-sale them so they're off the market before they even get listed if you're interested in those pairs. And then that's it for today. I think at this point, we're just waiting for the next clutch to come out. And most of the clutches, well, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 5 left. 5 clutches left in the incubator. And they're all going to hatch, you know, from basically the beginning of September to the beginning of October. So that they're all going to hatch. I think I have from like the 1st of September to the 4th of October are the dates for those 5 clutches. So basically 1 a week will be hatching through the month of September to October. And those will be all the clutches. So hopefully we get some really nice stuff out of it. 2 clutches give me the chance of hitting a triple recessive Xanthic Clown Pied. 1 of those clutches gives me better odds of hitting at least an Xanthic Clown, which I'd like to do, because I haven't done that yet with MJ. I haven't done it at all, but I haven't seen one for sale that's an MJ Xanthic Clown either. So I'd like to hit that and get that up for sale. That'd be really cool. But I definitely love to hit the triple. If I can hit the triple with one of these, I don't have good odds, but if I do hit the triple, that would be just the way to put the cherry on top of this whole thing. So yeah, hit me up if you're interested in anything that you saw here in this video today, and we'll see you next time.